Another great way to work on our hip external rotation is to do a figure 4 stretch, which is really helpful to have a wall or a post to help us relax into the stretch so that we're not having to do a lot of work, so that our muscles can relax and our central nervous system can relax and give us some more range of motion. So what I want to do is come to about 45 degrees, and if you're really tight, you might have to be further away, and if you're really flexible, you might have to get a little closer. But come, so this is about a 90-degree angle, and then I always want my pelvis to be neutral so that I can keep my hand under my lower back. So if I'm so tight that rounds my pelvis, and so now my hips are off the ground, then I gotta scoot back more, pick up my pelvis, rotate it back to neutral, or even a little bit anterior, so that I have that nice curve under my lower back. And then keeping that curve under my lower back, I'm gonna bring my other leg across. I pick up my hips, put this ankle on my opposite knee, lower my pelvis so that I still have that little bit of curve under my lower back. And that's it. I can just hang out here and I feel a lot of good stretch in that opposite hip. Now, one way that you can kind of help to increase the effectiveness of the stretch is I'm gonna drive this knee towards the wall. So I'm gonna find my end range right there, and I'm gonna keep driving my knee towards the wall, building some strength, working on my motor control. And then after about 5 seconds, I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna hold that new range that I just got. And now my body's adopting this new range. And then after 5 seconds, I'm gonna pull my knee away from my hand. So I'm not pushing my knee, I'm using my muscles to pull my knee closer to the wall. And then after 5 seconds, now I'm gonna hold that new range of motion. And once I can no longer drive my knee any further away from my hand, and I don't feel any more stretch in my hip, now I can scooch a little bit closer to the wall. So again, lift up your hips, put your ankle on, rotate your pelvis anteriorly as you come down, so you still have that curve in your lower back. And so now I feel a little bit more stretch because I'm closer to the wall. And then if I want to, again, I can drive my knee away, hold that new range of motion for 5 seconds, drive my knee away for 5 seconds, hold that new range of motion, and keep doing that until I got a lot of good change working on my external rotation. So minute, 2 minutes per side to work on the figure 4 stretch. You can do it without a wall if you just put your ankle on the opposite knee, and you can either hold your hamstring if you're really tight, or if you're a little more loose, you can reach through and you can grab your knee. But here, my pelvis is rotated a little bit into flexion, so I prefer to use a wall or a post so that we can make sure that that pelvis is neutral so that we maintain that curve in our lower back.